Only a few days to go before Women's Month wraps us. We look at women researchers who are coming up with cutting-edge technology in the health sector. The Council for Scientific and Industrial Research's Valentine Saasa is part of a team that has developed a diabetes-detecting chip to monitor blood sugar levels by analyzing breath. She joins us now to unpack this further. Good evening, Valentine. Thank you very much for your time. Just tell us about your new invention, how it came about.
Good evening, Vuyo. Thank you for the invitation. Our new invention it's a breath analyzer for diabetes monitoring. We detect acetone in the human breath. So actually what we want to achieve is that we want to replace the current monitoring of blood glucose, whereby they prick their finger and then check their blood glucose using blood. So with our new invention, we only use breath, and then you get your blood glucose reading. So we realized that the current monitoring, you need the strips, which are costly, and then with our new breathalyzer, you just buy only the device, and then you get the reading within a matter of seconds.
Of course, the current method is not only painful but dangerous as well, because, as you say, it's got the potential to introduce infections.
Yes, it has potential to introduce infection, and also it's painful for kids who are diabetic, because diabetes mellitus is hereditary, meaning it can be passed from one generation to another. So we have kids who have the disease and need to monitor it at least 3 times a day. So with that, ours it's quite user-friendly for any person, from a young person to an adult.
Well, you did say that it is your method is going to be relatively cheap, but how cheap? Is it going to be cheap for the poor? I know that diabetes is as much affects the poor as it affects the rich, but scores of poor people may just, are they going to find it that easily accessible?
So if we can check the current method of monitoring, what they do is that you have to buy the strips, the box, which can last a patient for less than a month, and then you have to buy another one in a month. So you spend about 400 rand in a month. So with our actual device, you will just buy a device once off, and then it has a lifetime of about 5 years. So it's going to be cheaper as compared to the current device. We currently don't have the actual projection, but then what we know is that it's going to be cheaper because it's a once-off purchase.
And you are saying it also takes care of a problem we're talking about today, where the whole issue of expired medicines and instrument has come back again, of course, in a different context. So you're saying what you have lasts up to 5 years?
Come again?
You are saying that it's got a better shelf life than what is currently available on the market. In other words, a person can have what you are introducing for up to 5 years.
Correct. Because the current one, you can last you for a year, the device, but then you still have to buy the strips every month. And then those strips contains 50 strips, and then you have to check your blood glucose 3 times a day, meaning in a month you have to use all the strips and then buy another set of strips. So with our device, you only buy it once off, and then you can use it for at least 5 years.
And you reckon it will also help or encourage people to actually test or regulate their blood sugar levels? Because currently, I mean, there is a big, as much as there are a lot of people who are affected by or who have diabetes, fewer actually manage it. So will this device help those people manage diabetes more or better?
Yes, I think currently there are fewer people who manage it, mainly because of the cost implication. It's quite expensive for people to go to the shops and buy those strips, and also because of the needles, they are painful. Most people wouldn't prefer needles. I mean, even myself, I'm not diagnosed, but then I've never checked. So for an ordinary person to just prick themselves without getting sick, it's not common. So with our new breathalyzer, I feel like any person who's not diagnosed with diabetes can just use it at any time just to check their metabolic state.
Okay, Valentine, Saasa, thank you very much for your time this evening. She is part of a team that has developed a diabetes detecting chip to monitor blood sugar levels by analyzing breath. She reckons it's going to be cheaper and more effective, and it's going to help a lot more people manage their diabetes.